Go fuck yourself! You shitpiles give chase, I will kill your dicks!
What in oblivion is that?
What do you say, guys? You can just hang outside in the sun all day tossing a ball around. Or you can sit at your computer and do something that matters.
No one intervened on behalf of...
Not offended yet? Ready for something a little racier? Something more disgusting? Maybe a little more shit-faced? We're the podcast your mama warned you about. Welcome to RDS Gaming After Dark. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of RDS After Dark. Toast them if you got them. If you're smoking them, you probably passed out your own pile of Cheeto dust by now, but whatever. As long as you're having a good time, we're having a good time. We'll raise one in your honor. And tonight, I'm joined by Zero.
Hey, what's going on?
And Mr. Clean's twin brother, Black Sun.
Yeah, this twin doesn't keep it so clean.
Yeah, but I'm still pretty sure if we lost all radio communications, we could shine your head and use it to send, signals.
Well, yes, clean aspect that would work. Tends to go, well, as we say, dark in other areas.
Yeah, I wasn't really referring to your ability to clean floors. That wasn't what I was going for. Like, I'm not sure if Mr. Clean has other family and if they're also well known for their cleaning products. I'm assuming not. Like, I'm really pretty sure, like, he had brothers in the Navy and shit. Just kind of seems like that kind of dude.
He branched off on his own, and that was his dream, huh? He wanted to be the perfect janitor, housewife.
Hey, man, in today's modern age, you might not be rocking the man bun, but Mr. Clean is pretty built. He'd probably be a decent housewife. Like, I don't like doing floors. I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating crackers.
And you take care of the cooking, he does the floor.
Hey, man, don't even get me started on that cooking. I knocked one out of the goddamn park tonight.
Really? Oh, really?
What did you have tonight, bud?
I had a shit ton of leftover mild and hot Italian sausage. And I'm lazy. I haven't really felt like going to the store or really doing the whole people thing a whole lot. So I've been thinking, and I was like, I got a lot of rice. And I got that Italian sausage. I need to make this happen somehow. And I kind of dicked around and looked up some different recipes, and like, I get it. If you put sausage and rice together, it's going one of two directions according to the internet. Either everybody's fucking version of dirty rice, or Creole rice, Southern rice, or just put fucking tomato paste, pasta sauce, and other shit with it. And I was like, I don't want fucking tomatoes. I'm not doing tomato-based sauce. I'm not doing tomato-based shit. If I want that, then guess what? I'll make fucking pasta sauce, add the sausage, and put it over fucking noodles. This isn't what I want.
Yeah.
So you got the old gumbo, jambalaya, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't want that either. Like, that's a normal staple for me, but it isn't what I wanted. Something different. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Nobody's gonna have an idea that I want to use, so I'm gonna strike out on my own here. So I got rice cooking, and I started thinking. I was like, all right, so you already got a little bit of a mix of sweet and spicy with the sausage. We're gonna make our own fucking sauce. So I got some soy sauce, some honey, garlic powder, brown sugar, and a ton of chili sauce. Started to mix that all together. Kind of got a nice thin base, and then cornstarch and some cold water to thicken it up. Mixed all that shit together, and then tweaked it a little bit. Added a shit ton more chili sauce, cause fuck it. If it doesn't burn your taste buds off, you're a pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And set that shit to boil on the stove. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fried
Your
up,
sauce came out good, huh?
yeah, fried up that sausage and then cut it up and kind of got a nice little crispy blacken on the edges going on both sides, and fucking dump some rice in a bowl. Use a little bit of that sauce over it, coat the rice, and then dump the sausage in there. Oh my god, that was good. Oof. I
Let's remember that one for later. Then is what you're saying.
Yeah, I ate all that. I had 2 bowls of that for dinner, and that was like a pound of sausage,
Oh my god.
and at least 5 cups of rice. So I was doing pretty good. Maybe that's why I got so sleepy afterwards.
That is definitely why you got so fucking sleepy afterwards. Holy shit. It's because your body was like, I don't know whether to be happy or to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I think might have been a reaction to you being a little full and thinking it was nap time.
Well, I am a big dude, but I don't even think I could have managed all that, dude. Holy fuck.
Well, it was good. That's all I have to say. It was a nice blend of everything. It just went together really well. I was very pleased with the way things turned out. So I got a whole new world of experimentation, working on sauces and shit.
Very nice. Say, I'm not the smallest either, and yeah, there's no, I can't eat that much anymore. I have a little decent little meal, and then yeah, I do more smaller meals throughout, or else I just do 1 or 2 smaller throughout in the evening.
Yeah.
It all depends if I'm hungry or not. Yeah.
I eat a lot of cereal. That has been my staple for quite a while now. That's all I was eating. So yeah, it was a nice change to actually spend an hour and a half there making food, and it'll be another couple days. I got some other shit I got to be making, but I'll need a few days practice anyways. And thanks to a training event, I will not be making lunch tomorrow. So
Sounds
there
like
is
fun
that.
times coming up.
It'll be good, but I can't complain. Had my quarterly evaluation today.
Yeah.
Yep,
How did that go?
all 4s and 5s.
That is a far cry from the last one, sir.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
I assume this is on a 1 to 5 scale, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Like, I remember your last review, and I remember you telling me about that, and I remember being absolutely fucking flabbergasted how you could have gotten a review like that. Like, it was literally one of those things that blew my fucking mind. Because, Racer, I have known you for quite a very long time now, sir. And I know what your work ethic and your work habits are like. Like, even when you're on vacation, you're still handling work shit. You're still taking texts and shit from work when you're on fucking vacation.
Yeah, well,
Emails, text, phone call.
I know there's been times it's been like 2:30 at night and we're playing whatever game. And you're like, hold on, I need to take this text from work. Well,
Or before when you had to actually leave and go out and
Oh,
take
yeah.
something on site.
yeah, I know times when you have been at home, you've been off work for multiple hours, and it's, hey guys, I'll be back in a little bit. I have to go out to a job site. Well, I know your work ethic and your work habits. And when that last review just dumbfounded me, to be perfectly honest with you. Now, this one seems more in line with the racer that I know. And I'm gonna guess your new boss did this one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a very smart and fair person from the things that you've told me.
So I'm still waiting for a kick in the teeth here somewhere.
I mean, the kick in the teeth is, and this isn't going to make a whole lot of sense, but I'm pretty sure Zero is going to get it. I was supposed to. I'm terrible at following directions. I was supposed to cook steak for lunch tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. So that's the minor kick in the teeth there. I was like, God damn it. Look at the goddamn schedule. I'm like, well, I'm in training for fucking 9 hours tomorrow, so that's not gonna happen.
Did you get a hold of that person and reschedule though?
Oh yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, that just happened to be it, and that was all based off of a joke. And I was like, okay, so because very, very long, serious, long, drawn out conversation, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a joke, but I'm just gonna state that this is a joke because this seems way too heavy, and I'm gonna try and lighten the moment. And that's like, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm still owed a steak dinner. And then the immediate reply was, well, how about tomorrow? And I'm like, okay.
Interesting, sir. Interesting.
Not normally the response to a joke I expect, but hey, I'm not gonna argue.
No. In this particular case, I don't think you should.
No steak's involved and all that.
So yeah, that's the sideline there. But yeah, so no, doesn't seem to be a downside. I got a couple of interesting tidbits that I won't go into, but it should be entertaining on the work scene in the future.
Good to know. I am glad that your current supervisor, boss, I don't know what you want to call the person, sees your value. Like the true value that you offer. I am glad for that.
Oh, and I guess if you want the kick in the teeth, Black Sun, I am officially in IT again.
Well, at least you never truly left. It's just now official that you're still there.
He's got a real good point there, bud. Like, you never really technically left.
Apparently, this was an ongoing argument between my supervisor and my former supervisor because the former was going on and on about how, no, I was not, and I was not to be, and blah, blah, blah. And she kept going on about, well, you can say that all you want. but that doesn't change reality. And finally, she just wrote it down because none of us have job descriptions. Woohoo! And she just wrote it down as part of mine on the evaluation form, and then she had to go over it with him, and she's like, yeah, it's there. It's good. We're fine.
Oh, man.
She asked me if I had an issue with it, and I'm like, I don't have a problem with it. And it's not like I'm sitting here and figuring out issues. If it's not directly related to anything I normally do, I'm not spending 4 hours figuring out why Excel is broken or why there's an exchange issue or something else. It's not like I'm devoting an extreme amount of time. But to me, it doesn't make sense. If I can fix an issue in 5, 10, 15 minutes, or another person is not going to be able to work for 2 to 4 hours, it makes more sense to me to give up 5 to 15 minutes than to make them wait multiple hours. Just for the company as a whole, that makes more sense to me.
Well, indeed, and on top of that, as we all know, if someone else is trying to fix it, you might get a phone call, email, or text to help fix it.
Yeah,
Just
that's
more efficient for you just to do it.
if it's going to be something big or requires some kind of access I don't have, yes. And I don't drop everything I'm doing and I'm like, yeah, I'll go right over there and fix this. I'm like, okay, give me 5 minutes, give me a half hour, I'll take a look at it. Or here's the phone number you call. Like, yeah, I know it's not, nobody wants to call that number, but, or if, I'm 4 hours away on the top of a mountain, yeah, you're probably going to want to call that other phone number.
Sorry, can't help you out this time.
Yeah.
Or, as I've had to do entirely too many times in my life now, I'm sorry, I'm at a funeral, don't contact me again.
Yeah.
Definitely gets the point across, though. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Unfortunately, not surprised by that.
Yeah, those are the ones I always save and I love when people are like, well, I would never do that. And I'm like, okay, let me pull up the phone log here. Actually,
Yes, you did.
well, I didn't know that. I told you exactly where I was going to be. Like, this was not a sudden whim kind of thing. I wasn't like, well, I might be in, or, one of my friend's grandparents died. I'm going to be there. Or one of my uncles died. I'm going to be there. No, maybe I'll be there. I don't know. It's usually a pretty good conclusion. And if you go to the giant fucking board that shows where everybody is, and it's written at funeral on this date, that's a pretty good indicator of where I am. Oh, who says at the bar drinking? Sorry, I forgot to change that. The fuck is wrong with you people?
They're not functioning alcoholics.
Jesus Christ.
They need to learn how to function better while they're drinking.
Exactly.
Granted, I know not everyone can be an expert at it, but with time, you would think you would improve slightly at least. Going back to that whole hope thing, but yeah,
That's all right.
fuck that.
We're replacing that as yet another championship belt that'll get hung up except for a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the only alcohol left in my house at this point is for cooking. I don't even like cooking with wine, to be perfectly honest. Ugh.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah, I got to agree. I don't really enjoy the taste that it puts with food.
Never use it much. I have used rice wine vinegar, but that's in a marinade for something else. It gets taken out and then cooked, and it's delicious. But there's a little bit of that and a bunch of other stuff.
So what's been going on with you, Black Sun?
Beating my head against a computer screen repeatedly, for the most part. Trying not to break the screen, and trying not to set my eyes out.
Sounds like a good time.
Oh, it's always a wonderful time.
That
Functions, methods, wait, those the same thing. Yeah, yeah.
that does not sound like fun. I'm sorry.
No.
No, that doesn't sound appealing, man. Like I know Racer loves pain, but no, that doesn't sound fun.
There's a little flex in, like LCD monitor screen, so it's not really that bad.
Yeah, still no. This sounds real irritating and tiresome, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's everything before that is that, and then leads up to that. That's just the relief stage of it. It's just, yeah, it's one way to try and figure out, the problems that you're and issues you're having in amongst your what you're trying to make a computer program do that it doesn't want to do for you because it's not listening properly.
Are
You can't just.
that it's not operator error?
Oh, it's very possible it is, but it's not like you can just say, type out, "Hey, go do this." It's you got to do things a certain way, and if you don't do things in some languages just right, it'll say "fuck you," or it'll be like, "All right, I'll go try to do that," but if it doesn't work, it's all on you, and I'm just gonna break it, and you can try and figure out why.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
I mean, it's challenging. I love a challenge, so I mean that's one good thing, I guess.
I like doing that to people at work. Because they'll be like, "Eh, my machine's broken." And I'll be like, "Oh, hold on just 1 second." And then I'll go over and fix whatever the fucking problem is in about 2 seconds. I was like, no, don't worry, it's not broken. It's just operator error.
I'm going to remember that, right?
Oh, yeah. Because I imagine the next time I'm doing something real stupid and don't understand, Racer, you're going to tell me, don't worry, it's just operator error.
Yeah. Yeah, you may as well just get used to that now.
Oh, no, that's fine. Believe me, I have no problem hearing you tell me that I'm doing something wrong. Because usually when you tell me I'm doing something wrong, you follow it up with how to do it the right way, and I'm pretty happy after that.
Hey, my computer's broken. Won't do this. No, just operator error. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I might feel a little foolish, but push comes to shove, I can feel a little foolish if the problem's getting solved.
As long as it doesn't result in you grabbing a big hammer to try and fix it later,
No.
because they typically don't handle hammers very well.
Oh no, dude. I'm poor. I can't afford to take a hammer to anything, man.
But some of the little ones I hear it helps with.
Let's not even talk about them little monsters.
Oh, now, come on.
You said a hammer isn't good for anything. I was just pointing out sometimes it might be good for some things.
Well, the problem is if I take a hammer to one of the kids, they're going to put me in jail, and then I won't have to worry about an operator error on anything because they don't let you have shit in there.
Wrap it in a sock like they do the bar soap, and don't do it overly hard.
Rubber hose and a phone book. Come on, amateurs. Jesus.
Wow.
I was trying to let him maintain the hammer.
You can use the hammer. You just put the phone book. The rubber hose alone is normally enough, as long as it's the right diameter. But really, for assurance of no external bruising, a phone book and a rubber hose, a nice heavy-duty rubber hose, because the phone book is just spreading the point of impact. You still get the internal damage and the surface pain, but it spreads it out over a wide enough area. It doesn't cause bruising. Thank you, Secret Police.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody. Tonight's episode of After Dark is brought to you by child abuse.
I didn't say anything about kids. You're the one who wants to beat kids. I was just showing you how to beat a person without leaving any surface marks.
The proper
A
way.
person. What you choose to do with that is your own basically life plan, and I ain't helping you with that. Depending, again, this is the second time in a short amount of time I've had to use this phrase. Depends on who it is. Maybe I'd be proud of you.
Ha ha ha. Yeah.
Boy, I didn't name names or nothing. I'm just saying, sometimes bad things should happen to bad people.
Just sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes.
if they're truly bad people, fuck it, that should happen to them all the time.
I didn't say anything about not or forgetting my toe straps, and I'm pretty sure I could go fast enough to leave no evidence. Wow, man, you guys just fell flat on that, man. You talk about secret police beatings and fucking untraceable murder, and y'all get all touchy.
Yeah. You know.
Just can't top it.
It's one of those things. Where do you really go after that?
Well, I expected the phone to call and people be like, all right, when we doing this? But no, everybody's all fucking pussified.
Well, I didn't really want to incriminate myself. I was kind of in the middle of sending you a text, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, they watch those too, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Only if you're a silly fucking greener. Again, God, yeah, somebody's going to write a fucking manifesto based off of the dumb off-the-wall shit I say on here. I can see it now.
Yeah, that's a real good possibility, man.
But
real good possibility.
Two things of note for being an advisor for people that like to have extramarital affairs that were former friends of mine. Number one, iPhone to iPhone communications using iMessage. As shit's deleted, all it is a data transmission. Cell phone companies, neither AT&T nor Verizon, nor T-Mobile or Sprint, have access to that. It is just a piece of data that is transmitted. As long as you completely wipe the records, it is gone. Gone.
Really?
And then depending on who your carrier is, a text message is only maintained on their servers for a certain amount of days. The maximum that I know of being 3 days, which is why it is so important in the cases of public tragedies where they believe that a cell phone or something has been used to plan or communicate any details thereof, why those types of warrants for that information are issued so quickly, because you got somewhere between 24 and 72 hours to actually get those data dumps pulled from the cell carrier before they're gone.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that does make a lot of sense, though, because can you imagine the amount of storage space you would have to have for that many people sending that, like shit? There's times where our big group text message where I've come out of work and it says 105 messages between 8 fucking people, and like
don't lie. That's 105 messages between like 2 people, and then 1 comment from another person.
That one a few times.
Yeah. Like, there's been a couple of times where I've come out of work, where I work out, I don't get very good service. And there's been a couple of times when I've come out and got into my vehicle to leave, and then all of a sudden my iPhone just starts going off, and it continues to blow the fuck up halfway home. And it's a 25-minute drive from where I work to my house. So I can imagine just how much data storage you would need to actually keep all of that for more than 1 to 3 days. Like, it would have to be just an absolutely tremendous amount of space.
Yep. So that's it's not people get very worried about things like this, and especially when they're doing dumb shit and doing shit that could potentially cost them. The odds of your extramarital affair being caught based on that are slim to none. No, you're gonna see, and then, trust me, I've had people ask me to review cell phone bills or to see if they've been photoshopped or to Photoshop cell phone bills. Most of these, it shows data usage. Your text messages, no. Stop watching fucking Lifetime movies. Nobody gets a fucking cell phone bill that has a transcript of text messages sent. Y'all put way too much time into fucking around on your spouses and not enough time doing a simple 30-second Google search.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Little more attention detail and spent worried on the other side of it would get you a lot further and less likely to be caught.
See, I prefer the good old fashioned method, just not cheating on my fucking wife.
Yeah, well, potato, tomato.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I know a lot of smart people. I'm just saying I know some real dumb people.
And you can't make them potato.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, I mean, there you go, folks. Especially if you're some kind of crazy dirtbag and you're gonna do like something really, really fucking bad. Honestly, the best thing you can do, the simplest thing you can do, go to your local police station and ask them about it.
Definitely a good idea. Like, they will point you in the right direction and they will help you.
Yeah, it's honestly
Promise.
the best piece of advice I can give you there. It is really the best thing you can possibly do. I mean, they're the experts. They're going to be the ones to really direct you properly. So I say, yes, you should do that.
Well, like Zero said, I mean, they're the experts. They know all the details and how they do things. Just ask them, certain situations, what they would do and whatnot. I mean, they would definitely be able to help you out, and they would be more than happy to, I'm sure. I mean, they are there to protect and serve.
They're public servants. They'll help you. Promise.
Exactly, serve.
Also, if they start giving you crap, I really highly recommend saying that you're a taxpayer and they work for you. That usually puts them in a much better mood when they realize that they actually work for you.
Oh, and then you should definitely ask them to get you some water. Again, because they're public servants and that's what they do.
Well, if you really want to, start things off right, just bring them in a nice box of donuts. Maybe some, they got the coffee there. Their donuts might be getting older. They might be out. Bring them in some donuts. They'll appreciate that a lot.
I mean, I gotta say, I know it's a terrible stereotype, but there's far too many donut places around here that I've seen way too many cop cars parked in.
Yeah.
Like there is a small town where a very good friend of mine lives right now, and there's been more than one occasion over the last 20 years of driving when I've driven through that town at like 2:30 in the morning, and there's a 24-hour donut shop in that town. There's only like 3 cops in that city. There is always 2 fucking cop cars in that parking lot at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I shake my head every time. I'm like, motherfuckers, you are just supporting it. Come on.
No, man.
Make sure.
They're like, fuck it. If this is what people are going to say, I'm going to fucking own this.
Well, I was just gonna say, if anyone's in trouble, they want to make sure they know where to find them. They're just like, we're gonna chill here because everybody thinks this. so everybody can find us right here. And eventually they get hungry, so they gotta have some donuts too, I suppose. They don't like brown bagging it.
I mean, they have so much shit in those police cars. Where are you gonna put the brown bag?
True, and if you put it back, you forget about it. Stuff's on there, then they're gonna, they'll get it.
Yeah, well, and if you put it in the back, somebody's gonna sit on it and smash it because their hands are behind their back, and that's just no good.
Plus, you never know what has been, what kind of fluids have been spilled back there.
That's true. That's a real gross thought too.
I mean, you may even in, make sure it's a Ziploc bag, but I mean, if you brown bag it, it could still seep in, and that, may not want that.
I wonder if like they have a place that details their cars after shit like that.
Well, I'll guarantee you, but 99% of those are set up with drains in the back, and you literally just hose it out.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, the newer ones, there for a while, I was looking at fucking. When Ford lost their goddamn mind and decided they were going to kill the Crown Vic, everybody and their brother was trying to get that contract and went out. And there were a couple of companies that built custom, full one-off custom cruisers, and one of the ones that was based on the new Taurus, like that whole back end was encapsulated. You could spray it down, hose it, everything was protected. You could basically put bleach, detergent, the whole 9 yards back there, wash the whole thing out, drain it, and everything was washable from the back of the front seats all the way through.
They're just looking out for him, thinking ahead. We're gonna make it easy for you.
Well, I mean, really, it seems like a pretty smart plan.
Well, if you're the person that has to do it, you would really appreciate it if you had to clean that shit up.
Yeah. Guaranteed, if you're a cop and you have that vehicle, you're like, oh, this thing's a fucking lifesaver.
And how I knew there was one dude, I knew a sheriff, and God, I don't even know if he's still alive anymore. Given his healthy life habits, I seriously doubt it, but maybe he is. Hell, he may still be a sheriff. Dude had the lowest traffic fucking patrol route of anybody I knew. And he had his normal, which I worked late, so I would stop at a gas station on the way home, and me and a buddy would hang out there for entirely too long. That was healthy for a human being. But dude would sit, which he kind of took us being there as the opportunity to take it easy, because it was at a 24-hour gas station, and had the nighttime attendant for the longest time was a woman that was about 5'2" and 85 pounds. That's and the middle of fucking nowhere. That's a good choice, just based on her even feeling remotely comfortable. So he would roll through there. Yeah, dude would roll through there and park somewhere around there. He'd spend a good bit of his night. When we hung out, he kind of took this as an opportunity to kind of take it easy. But dude would sit in his cruiser and smoke, and he had a flask, and that was his nights. But the one thing he did, and I mean fucking religiously, that man cleaned the ever-loving fuck out of his cruiser. Like, he had one of the oldest ones in rotation, and that thing looked better than any other fucking cruiser they had.
Nice.
Inside, outside, everything was fucking immaculate on that fucking car.
Well, he actually thought about it. I'm spending how much time, how many days a week, for how long in this? Yeah, it might be good just to, keep it going good. smelling good, looking good. Yeah, might not be a bad thing. That and he can get paid for doing it. See, one I knew that did that well. Yeah, he would go and sit like that. He didn't. He would wash it. Well, no, he would wash it occasionally, but most time he would have one of the guys at the city shed wash it, and then he would talk to the other one while they, yeah, other was washing it. And he had many of late nights, so he would just sit in one of two spots and just sit there. And if he didn't recognize your vehicle, or say you had plates, say either out of state or just out of county, yeah, he would follow you and pull you over, say seatbelt, anything. He would watch you closely. I got a new vehicle once and came through town, and I got pulled over because I was doing two over and didn't think I had my seatbelt on. Then came up, hey, didn't realize you had new vehicle. Well, just say watch your speed through here, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. Gotta love the small towns.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's roughly 1,300 people, give or take 100.
Yeah.
Pretty much know just about everyone. And used to have two cops, and they're down to just the one now. And it was always nice. Yeah, it's like, yep, if you recognize you, you didn't have much to worry about. Yeah, get a new vehicle, and it's like, yeah, might get pulled over once just to make sure.
Well, you never know. I mean, I guess that has to be a boring ass job. I used to work security, and that has to be a boring ass job.
It is, and the bad part though is also with it is knowing everyone. It's like, there's some people that are driving that probably shouldn't be, but knowing them and everyone knowing each other, unless it's real bad, you just kind of you don't bother them. If it's on a borderline, you kind of follow them to make sure they make it safe.
Oh, that is still one of my favorite nighttime memories. Was a because we got to know most of the regulars too, and since we were hanging out normally an hour after the bars closed, and this was a good distance out, so you would see a lot of the drunks coming home. One guy we knew, and this was fucking 2001. A dude had like a '99 Trans Am, bright fucking cherry red. And he pulls in, parks, gets out, but it's middle of nowhere. Grew up around there. He just leaves his fucking keys in the car. One other dude shows up, fucking just pissed. He is so far fucking gone. I don't know how he got his truck into the parking spot. He gets out of his truck, walks over to the Firebird, just looks around and goes, "Want to see him shit?" Gets in the Firebird, starts it, and just fucking takes off in it.
Mhm.
And
I
the
can
other
see
dude
that.
walks out and just gets a big smile on his face as his buddy drives by in his fucking car and waves at him. I'm like, what the fuck? Took
Yeah, I
off,
was.
peeled out, and then did a little loop and came back, parked it, got back in his truck and left. I'm like, this is not what I need to do with my life.
Yeah, I was one of the few people in town that I'd say when I'd go somewhere and get out, I would actually pull the keys and then lock the vehicle when I left. I figured better safe than sorry, but 90% of the other people in town, like, we all know each other. What the fuck's gonna happen? No one's gonna do it. Anything? It's like, yeah, no. I figured I would err on the side of, yeah, not getting anything stolen.
Well, yeah, you'd think, but there's a lot of dumb people in the world.
Yeah, there is.
That's an understatement.
Sad but true.
I don't really got much else going on. Nothing overly dark other than just beating my brains in.
That's dark enough, sir.
I'm using a monitor. Like I said, it's not like I'm using the hammer.
Yeah, that'd be real bad.
You're probably not a great idea.
To use the hammer instead.
Probably get real messy real quick, buddy. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, there's another pro tip for everyone. More reasons to not use the hammer. It gets a little too messy.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Just got to prepare properly and use the hammer properly.
It's just a little mess. Wait, what? What were we talking about? Never mind.
Whether
I
I
got-
should use
I got put
the
on
hammer.
enough lists tonight. Fuck you.
Whether I should switch to the hammer or just keep with what's been working so far and use the monitor.
Oh no, I thought you said the tip and something else, and I'm never mind.
Well, that's entirely different story there. But just a tip, that's all.
Indeed.
As long as it's not Zero's tip, fuck that. Not literally.
Too late. You already said it.
I want to live. Well, if this happens, it's nice knowing you all, and thanks for listening. And hopefully Zero doesn't kill me with the tip.
I will try my best.
Hey, if we keep
But
going,
no promises.
we keep going through podcasters, we're going to be on a whole different kind of list.
Right?
I mean, might have to try and draw an Arctic, and well, beyond that, it's going to get ugly. I mean, you might have to go to Slurpee, and that could be bad.
Wouldn't that be just a goddamn luck? We end up with one fan, and our first fan is a fucking obsessive serial killer.
That would be. Oh, god damn, dude. Why you gotta say shit like that?
Keep you up at night.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, misery loves company.
That's true. It really does.
Yeah, I'd say I'm already up, so not a big deal.
Bullshit, motherfucker. I was up and back on Mumble at 3 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't nobody around.
Oh,
Well,
I was definitely in bed.
No, I wasn't. I was up. I was beating my head, working on stuff.
And what did I just say? Misery loves company.
Yeah, I guess I should get the mumble going on the laptop a bit more, or get it going on the laptop, and then I don't have to dual machine.
You don't have to sit in front of your ridiculously convenient desktop.
Well, I'm at part of it already, but I'd always end up grabbing the wrong mouse for push to talk, and I would be You might get a response occasionally, and then it would be in the middle, and it's best to keep it out on the same machine that I'm working on. I speak from experience on that. I've tried it. It goes not so well sometimes.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have to use it. I'm just saying you can see if somebody was around, but I understand it's okay. I'm not important.
Have to wake it up occasionally and look.
Or just open the right YouTube video and your computer just doesn't go to sleep until it reboots.
Have not found that one yet. I mean, I guess it could have a video player. I mean, there's a video player that if that's up, it will not do that. It thinks it's still active, even if it's not playing anything. Well, VLC.
I'm 99% sure it's if I leave Mumble active and not minimized, it keeps everything active.
Mine doesn't do that. So I can have Mumble up as long as it can just sit there and it'll kill the monitors anyways. VLC on the other hand, no, it just keeps going. It's like no, even though the video's over, you're still playing something. We can't let him go to sleep.
Man. Definitely managed to get the fucked up going early today. We've kind of dropped off on that afterwards, though. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Started strong, and then it just fell off. Maybe it's because my drink ran dry. I did not come prepared and bring everything with me to the desk.
Must be it.
That's a crutch, sir. Can't accept that. Man. People are fucking weird.
All right, go ahead and explain this one.
Still, there's been enough bad news and in the news, everything else, and there's all kinds of fucked up, just weird people. Like, I got to find a way to filter only for happy news story, and I realized this today. Looking through shit, I'm like, I cannot. I have seen too much on the internet today. I am done. A pastor that was in prison for being a pedophile. His wife was just arrested for making child pornography for him while he was in prison. Like, most of the article stated making an overwhelming amount. Like, dude, let's be real for a second. That's any at all is an overwhelming amount. With the fact that your sensationalist headline says an overwhelming amount. It just, that creeps the fuck out of me. Like, what the fuck, people?
Yeah, I mean, so making like VHS, like bootlegs.
I don't even know. I could not read the story. Like, I just keep scrolling, and then you see fucking a father leaves injured 2-year-old son in car while fleeing scene of an accident. And there's just like 4 articles in a row, and every one of them I'm like, all right, this is it. Goodbye. Good fucking bye, internet. I am done with you. I don't want any more part of this. Like, yeah, I will talk about some fucked up shit, and I will make some off-color jokes. But god damn.
Yeah, dude, there's times when you just have to walk away.
A lot of fucked up and weird shit, and don't know how some people would do some of that. And then I'm still perplexed on how was getting the bootlegs in. 'Cause normally you can't just here have a porno video while you're in jail.
God damn, that's real creepy.
Like, man, I can't even apply any kind of anything to that. Like, I had a thought pop into my head, and I'm like, you know what? I can't even invalidate anything positive by attaching it to that kind of shit. I just can't.
No, there's no real positive there.
No. No.
None to be.
Yeah, I have no words for that shit.
What were they? Or yeah. So what did you buy through your bank account that made you those pop up?
I didn't buy anything. This was all Reddit.
Oh, okay. I thought this might have been what led back to the suggest.
News doesn't equal ads on YouTube.
You never know. There's lots of news. They might start start sending you them too, and make them a little biased to what you're looking at for some reason, or what you're not looking at, and they think you should know. This is way more important than your shit. Here, bam.
I mean, that's a really weird jump to make, man. It's a real weird jump to make.
It is after dark. You can expect weird and unusual.
Does anybody else want to accuse me of some weird, fucked up shopping?
No, I don't think so. I mean, have you been doing some weird fucked up shopping?
I ain't done any kind of goddamn shopping.
That's enough for now, I think, for me. I mean, that's kind of. We've got the answer for that one, anyways.
I got my shit locked down at the moment. I am not spending money on much of anything. Got shit to do and shit to buy and shit to take care of and bills to pay and yeah.
Oh, so basically normal adult shit, right?
Normal adult shit and normal adult shit. But hey, yeah, no. Somebody got to do it.
Yep.
Most don't like to, so yeah, you are correct there. Most find ways out of it if they can at any way possible.
This is true. So, if y'all have managed to make it this far, I commend you. And don't worry, there's more coming. Because between breaks from torturing our good friend Gates, I got a really roughly scrawled note with some newspaper clippings and shit. And looks like Cletus will be back tomorrow. So looks like we'll see some more rambling and strange shit to say on that side, which maybe we could just funnel that into After Dark, because I got a feeling Cletus could probably be pretty good at that. Might also get us a lot more hate mail. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But everybody out there in TV land, hug your family. Tell the people you love them. Be at peace. And have a good night.